Hello YouTubers, this is Shem and here in front of me is the brand new product from Sony, the Xperia Z1 Compact, which is a smaller version of company's flagship device. Sony proves that a smaller size does not have to mean worse specs. The phone comes in a card box which has a list of various technologies such as BIOS or X-Reality engine that are used in the smartphone listed on the back. You will also find a picture showing the 4 colors that the phone is available in, namely black, white, lime and pink. So let's take a look inside the box and see its contents. The first thing you'll find is Sony Xperia Z1 Compact. I'm gonna put it aside for a minute to show you the other box contents. Once you remove the card divider from the box, you'll find a micro USB charging cable, a wall charger and a few safety instructions. My testing unit did not come with headphones, MH750, which should also be included. Do remember that box contents may vary between regions, so make sure you check before purchase. Now to the smartphone build and design. The phone has protective films on front and back panels, which I'm going to remove now. The top front of the device you'll find the speakerphone, below it lies the Sony logo with a front camera on its right and sensors on the left. Below that lies the 4.3-inch display. The whole front is covered by tempered glass surrounded by a thin plastic frame. On top of the glass is a shatterproof film to protect the glass during accidental drops. The whole body of the device is made of aluminum. Because the phone is IP58 certified, which means that it is dustproof and water resistant to submersion up to 1 meter, most device ports are covered with flaps. Underneath a flap on the top left side lies the micro USB charging port, and under the flap below it the card slot supporting micro SD cards up to 64GB in capacity. Below lie the pogo pins, which make it possible to use a dedicated DK32 magnetic charger from Sony with the device. Under the last flap on the left side lies the micro SIM card slot. To insert the card in the phone you need to place the micro SIM on a SIM tray, which can be found inside the device. On the bottom of the device you'll find a speaker grill and a small hole to attach a mobile phone leash. On the right side of the device lies a plastic camera button, above it also plastic volume keys, and further up an aluminum power button. On the top of the device you'll find a waterproof 3.5mm headphone jack. On the back of the phone is a 20.7 megapixel camera with Exmor RS image processor and a high aperture of f/2. The flash lies on its right hand side. In the middle of the back panel you can find the Sony logo and the NFC icon which points to the module location. On the bottom you'll also find an Xperia logo. The back cover in Xperia Z1 Compact is made of plastic as opposed to the tempered glass found in Xperia Z1. It should make the back more durable in the event of an accidental drop. When it comes to the phone size, it's 64.9mm in width, 127mm in height, and its thickness is 9.5mm, which makes it 1mm thicker than Sony Xperia Z1. It's also quite heavy for its size, with mass of 137 grams. It's hard not to like the minimalist design of the Z1 Compact. As soon as you touch the smartphone you realize that you're dealing with a truly premium device. Its relatively high mass also subconsciously informs you that the phone should be able to survive multiple drops. Under the speakerphone cover lies a hidden multicolored LED notification light, which can shine in all colors of the rainbow, and it's a lot brighter compared to the Z1. I previously mentioned the IP58 certification. I've decided to put a device through a quick test and submerged it completely in a container full of water. The phone survived this test with no problem, and as soon as I wiped the screen I could carry on using it as usual. When it comes to the spec sheet, the device rocks quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 clocked at 2.2 GHz, Adreno 330 graphics chip and 2 GB of RAM. It also has a built-in radio, Bluetooth 4.0, and LTE and NFC. It comes with 16GB of storage expandable by the SD card slot. The 4.3-inch display on Sony Xperia Z1 Compact has a resolution of 720 by 1280, which gives it a pixel density of 342 pixels per inch. The LCD screen comes with triluminous and X-Reality engine technologies, and as opposed to Xperia Z1 where TFT was used, it features an IPS display. This gives the Z1 Compact superior viewing angles, deeper blacks and better contrast. It is without a doubt one of the best displays available on any mobile device. Additionally, in phone settings you'll find glove mode, which increases the sensitivity of the display and makes it possible to use touchscreen through any material. One thing that's worth mentioning is the anti-shatter film on the display. The film is vulnerable to scratches and the Sony logo on the front of the device is in fact imprinted on the screen. Remember that if you do decide to remove it, you might lose your warranty and irrevocably lose the logo. The speakers on Z1 Compact are not the best, possibly because of the need to use waterproof membranes. Their localization on the bottom of the device causes frequent muffling while holding the device in horizontal position while watching movies or playing games. The sound quality does not impress either, and the loudness is average at best. The phone currently runs Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, but a firmware update to Android 4.4 KitKat should appear any day now. The software has a light skin from Sony. You'll find a few widgets including a music control widget and a quick camera mode launch widget, a selection of wallpapers and also built-in themes, which will let you quickly change the look. There are a few pre-installed themes that can be found on the device after long pressing on the screen and accessing the themes menu. On the top right side in the themes menu, you'll find a plus button where you can download more free and paid themes. TriFlat is one of my favorite available free themes. When it comes to pre-installed apps, you'll find the Walkman app to listen to music with its built-in equalizer and Clear Audio Plus functionality, a really cool gallery app to comfortably browse and edit your pictures, an app called Sony Select with offers and apps exclusive to Sony device owners, or a full Office suite which will let you create and edit documents, spreadsheets and presentations. There are of course a lot more apps pre-installed on the device, but I'm not going to show them all here. When it comes to performance, there are not too many devices currently on the market that could compete with Z1 Compact in that department. In Antutu Benchmark, the phone achieved a whopping 34,225, which puts it near the top of the rankings. The phone seems to be built for gaming. The most demanding titles such as Asphalt 8, racing game, or FPS shooter Modern Combat 4 run smoothly without a single frame drop. I don't think there is a game available on the market which Sony would not be able to run at this time. Xperia Z1 Compact has a built-in 2300 mAh lithium-ion battery. During intensive use with LTE switched on at all times and high brightness setting on display, the phone discharged after 7 hours with 5 hours screen on time. This is a great result. Just to compare, Sony Xperia Z1 usually squeezes out only 3 hours of screen on time with similar use. In practice, this means that the device should be able to last on battery 2 days with moderate use, and if you switch on stamina battery saving mode, even longer. Moving on to the camera in the device, you'll find the standard Sony layout with camera and video recording switches on the bottom of the screen and a mode selection button. In mode selection, you can choose one of the available modes or click on the plus button in upper corner to install one of the supported apps. In Superior Auto mode, the camera will auto-adjust all the shooting settings. The picture resolution is set to 8 megapixels by default and you can't increase it in this mode. If you choose manual mode, you'll be able to shoot in full 20.7 megapixels. Pictures must be in 4:3 aspect in highest resolution and scene selection becomes unavailable. To use scene selection, you'll need to decrease the resolution. In manual mode, in between other settings, you'll find HDR shooting mode as well as manual ISO selection. There are a few really cool shooting modes that can be used on the smartphone. One of them is Time Shift Burst, which takes a total of 61 pictures in 2 seconds that you can browse through by sliding up and down with your finger. This mode is perfect to capture fast moving objects or people doing sports. Here is an example of a picture sequence taken using Time Shift Burst. Another cool shooting mode exclusive to Sony devices is the AR effects. What it does is that it superimposes an animation on the screen that can be captured in your photograph. There are various animations available, such as dinosaurs, dive, fairy tale or festive, as well as a few masks which will let you beautify yourself. Here are a few shots taken using various AR effects. When it comes to the quality of pictures taken with Sony Xperia Z1 Compact, they are absolutely stunning for a mobile phone. You can also tell that Sony has worked hard to polish the software. The photographs are full of detail, have beautiful colors, and the camera does a great job with choosing the right exposure values. Low light shots, which are usually the Achilles foot in mobile photography, also bring satisfying results. In my testing unit, I did not find any lens flaring reported by some of the first Z1 Compact users. The phone is also capable of capturing Full HD video, and even with poor lighting present at the ice skating rink, the material looks good. The final question is whether Sony Xperia Z1 Compact is the phone to get. At this moment in time, it is the only phone with Android operating system which has flagship-like specification in a smaller form factor. It is built from premium materials, has a wonderful camera, astonishing display, is waterproof, and its battery can last far longer than most other devices. Additionally, the light Sony skin does not deteriorate the experience that you get from using the operating system. In short, it's really tough to find anything wrong with the device, and Sony brings us close to an ideal smartphone. The only poor aspect of the phone is the subpar speaker and a relatively high price. I hope that in the future a successor to the model will come with front-facing stereo speakers, but for now I can recommend this phone to all potential clients. I hope that you've enjoyed my review, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button under the video and subscribe to my channel for more content coming soon.